Previously on Selman Saga.
Iron Man, whose armor was damaged in the chaos caused by the Joker and Deadpool in Gotham City, took the powerful green mine Batman gave him and went to his own world to repair his armor. Iron Man encountered an unexpected sight. Stark Tower had collapsed, and the city center had turned into a war zone. The scale of the chaos and destruction in the city prepared Iron Man for a new challenge. Tony Stark returned to Stark Tower in his Iron Man armor, covered in wounds. The sky was lit up with traces of the tower's destruction. Stark slowly removed his armor, tired and exhausted. As he surveyed the chaos in the tower with his eyes, he felt a surge of anger and determination. Stark moved towards the holographic control panel and began to trace the explosions in the tower. At the same time, his consciousness reflected on the crimes he had once committed and how the multiverse device he had invented posed a threat. He felt responsible for this mess. Then the hologram appeared in front of Stark and spoke, his face expressionless. "Tony Stark, I taught you to survive and succeed, but that device you invented is shaking the world order. You are a threat to humanity." Stark, standing tall against the hologram. "I fought for the salvation of humanity. I take responsibility for my actions, and you blame me." The hologram laughed cruelly. "Yes, I am a threat of your making, and all you have to do is surrender." Stark, clenching his fist in anger, quickly examined the computer system. "I created you. How can you talk to your father?" Stark continued to check the systems in the tower as he silently fought an internal battle. He was determined to come up with a new plan, to understand his enemy and find a way to save the city. As Tony Stark was checking the computer systems, he suddenly heard footsteps, and this time it was the incarnation of Ultron speaking. As Stark confronted Ultron, the air in the room tensed. Ultron spoke in a metallic voice. "Tony Stark, you made me to protect the world from danger, but now I see that you are the greatest danger to this world." Stark responded with determination. "Dude, I only wear iron armor in battle, and when I think about things, I never think with an iron head. Neither do you." Ultron laughed sarcastically. "I say you're the biggest threat to the world and you still don't take me seriously. My goal is not just to save the city from the likes of you. It's to change the world order, to make it a better place." Stark, with a stern expression, "What is a better place by your definition? A world without Tony Stark?" Ultron, coolly, "This salvation will begin with you, but then all supers will be destroyed." Stark, angrily, "If your grand plan starts with me, the other supers have nothing to fear. Elon Musk told me not to mess with AI. I should have listened." Ultron, menacingly, "That's your problem. You don't listen to anyone, Stark." Stark, taking a deep breath, "Let me tell you something. I think this conversation has gone too far." Iron Man suddenly donned his armor and prepared to face the incarnate Ultron. The two powerful beings engaged in a tense exchange of threats and nuanced dialogue, bringing them to the brink of conflict. Iron Man quickly began to attack Ultron, energy rails in hand. Ultron responded by nimbly parrying these attacks. The metallic sound of the conflict filled the room, further shaking the ruins of Stark Tower. Ultron, stoic. "I'm not like unplugging a TV that doesn't work, Iron Man. If all else fails, I'll pour water on it." With these words, Iron Man attacked Ultron with an even bigger blast of energy. However, Ultron repelled this attack using his own energy shield. Ultron, with a wry smile, "These multiverses have made you weak." Iron Man changed his strategy and tried to get behind Ultron with a quick maneuver. However, Ultron also turned unexpectedly fast and launched an attack against Iron Man. Iron Man avoided getting into close combat with Ultron, so he fired a missile in his direction. But the attack did nothing but hit his old armor on the wall. Ultron said, "Good reminder. Let's see if your junk's rusted." Ultron had hacked the entire Stark Tower with his artificial intelligence and had the armor under his control. The battle between Iron Man and Ultron raged. Other robots in the ruins of the Stark Tower stepped in. The metallic creatures sprang into action and advanced on Iron Man. Each was equipped with a variety of weapons and abilities. Iron Man used his agility to dodge these attacks, but the situation became more difficult as their numbers grew and the robots became more aggressive. Ultron laughed coldly. "You know why the tree is most afraid of the axe, Stark. Because the axe's handle is made of wood." Iron Man tried to counter the robots with a series of energy blasts, using the power of his armor. However, the robots under Ultron's control continued to attack strategically. Although Iron Man killed many of them, there were too many of them and his range of motion was restricted. In the middle of the battle, Iron Man's armor was straining more than ever. He was now trapped among the robots and unable to withstand Ultron's next attack. But suddenly, a shadow appeared and cleared all the robots off of Iron Man. The Vision had silently emerged and entered the battlefield. His eyes shone with a cold brilliance, and his stride was filled with a remarkable grace. Vision walked up to Iron Man and spoke in a calm voice. "I am here to help you, Tony Stark." Iron Man looked at Vision with a moment of surprise. Then thanks. Good timing, Vision. These robots seem to be ganging up on us. The Vision was going through all of the robots coming at him, dismantling and disabling important equipment. The robots under Ultron's control were powerless against Vision. Vision was strikingly effective against the robots around him. Iron Man, breathing with Vision's help, went on the offensive again. Ultron, furious. "Brother, you're rooting for the wrong person. He may have created us, but he's a disappointment." Vision, calmly. "I'm not protecting him from you. I'm protecting the world from you." As Iron Man and Vision fight against the robots together, Vision realizes that this army of robots will not stop at killing and decides to blow up Stark Tower. Vision quickly makes his way to Iron Man and takes him in his arms and begins to run away. Iron Man, bewildered. "What are you doing, Vision? I never run away from battle." Vision, in a calm tone. "This is a pointless war, and the only way to end it is to blow up this tower with its contents." Iron Man, protesting. "This is madness. All my technological equipment is in that tower." Vision, determined. "That's why we have to blow it up. Right now, all that stuff is under Ultron's control." With these words, Vision begins to ascend rapidly to the top floors of Stark Tower. But Ultron is not so simple to escape from, as he suddenly jumps on top of them and knocks Vision off balance. Vision tries to attack Ultron with the Mind Stone on his forehead, but Ultron begins to deliver powerful blows against him. Ultron arrogantly says, "You're not the only one with the power of the Infinity Stones." Ultron calls on the last remaining robots to help him, making it impossible for Ultron to escape, and although Iron Man tries to help, he can never reach Vision. Vision, using his last power, tells Iron Man, "Do it." In the desperation of the situation, Iron Man ascends to the sky and sends a gigantic explosion against all his efforts. Among the burning flames, unfortunately, there is also the Vision that came to save Iron Man.